Welcome back. Thom Hartmann here with you. And on the line with us is Vien Truong, the Executive Director of Green for All and the CEO of the Dream Corps. The website's green4all.org and the Dream Corps, corps.org. And you can tweet Vien Truong at Viendetta, Viendetta, or at Green for All or at the Dream Corps. Vien, welcome to the program, or welcome back.
It's good to be here. It's good to be back again.
Thank you. So tell us, first of all, about your Fix the Pipes in Flint campaign.
This is our second time coming back to Flint and seeing how we can be supportive. We were talking to an organizer and appalled by how slow things are going on now in Flint. They're told that they may have to wait 3 more years. They've already waited 3 years. They may have to wait 3 more years before they can get fresh, clean drinking water. And that's just not acceptable. So Green for All is donating all of our resources, staff time, and calling on our allies to really help bring funding, bring support to support Flint families.
Yeah, that's more. And people can learn about that at greenforall.org, right?
Yes, greenforall.org.
If they want to support that effort.
Fix the pipes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And tell us about your People's Climate March this weekend, or not yours, the People's Climate March this weekend, your involvement in it.
It's the People's Climate March, and it's the second climate march. The first one had 400,000 people. We are on the steering committee, and this time it's in Washington, D.C. We're bringing the march to the White House. We're going to make sure that the president hears that we're not going to sit down, we're not going to lie down and take the attack that he's had on our people and on our air, and we're going to make sure he hears our resistance.
All right. And apropos of that, I'm curious your thoughts on the president's presidency so far. We're this weekend, Saturday, I believe, will be his 100th day. From the point of view of Green for All and the Dream Corps, what do you think?
It's only been 100 days, and he's really shown his true colors. His attacks on climate has been the biggest attacks that we have seen on the environment, more than anything else. The proposed budget cuts that he has made to the EPA are by far the largest proposed budget cuts to any federal agency, and that's going to be the most devastating to the frontline communities who rely on those environmental protections.
Yeah. It seems to me that the media is reluctant to call out. For example, during Earth Day, there was all these marches here in Washington, D.C. I was working on a book, so I had to stay home, but I had I was channel surfing between MSNBC and CNN. Nobody ever at any point all day long, although they kept saying, the president wants to roll back environmental protections to, quote, save jobs. They never challenged that, right? They simply said it as if it was a fact. And nobody ever said that the entire climate denial industry is being funded by petro-billionaires and big corporations in the fossil fuel industry, that they're buying politicians and they're buying massive amounts of television advertising. It seems like that same kind of reluctance to speak the kind of brutal truth about the real agenda of the Trump administration has infected virtually all of our corporate media and, frankly, NPR and PBS. What are your thoughts on that, Vien Truong?
I agree. I think that we need to pay more attention to how detrimental his policies have been. He's supported moving forward with the Keystone XL pipeline. Of course, he's been supporting making sure that we're removing some of the barriers and protections we have against oil and fracking. And these things have just not been called upon as much as they should be in mainstream media.
Yeah, amen. Vien Truong, the Executive Director of Green for All, the COO of the Dream Corps, greenforall.org, the Dream Corps, corps.org. Thanks so much for being with us today.
So good to be on. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, great talking with you.